What's up everyone, this is Jared, and for about 250 bucks you can pick yourself up a OnePlus X, which admittedly is a very nice mid-range budget phone, but the Xiaomi Mi4C comes with a Snapdragon 808, 3 gigs of RAM, and 32 gigs of internal storage, and some cool secret button functions which I'll get into in a minute. The build quality isn't anything to write home to mom about, with it being an all-plastic unibody design, but it's simplistic and I kinda like it. The rear-facing speaker is, at least to my ears, still fairly low, even at max volume, but has a fuller sound than most inexpensive phones. And the USB Type-C port is a nice addition while keeping up with current industry standards. I also really like the 5-inch IPS LCD display. With 441 pixels per inch, it produces some really nice lines and some really nice colors with just the right amount of saturation, and does a fine job while playing or displaying photos or video content, though I did notice some motion blur, like while swiping between home screens, for example. Performance on the Mi4C is pretty good 90% of the time, with some task management issues, like while downloading apps from the Play Store. Just seems to sort of lock up or stutter a little bit while trying to do something else at the same time. And while playing games, frame rates are solid, but it's slow to load menus or matches. Running on top of Android 5.1.1 is Xiaomi's MIUI version 7. Now, lots of you are probably well aware of MIUI, but in case you aren't, MIUI is said to be like iOS for Android, but instead of limited user settings options, it's heavy in the customization department, from display color and contrast right down to the secret buttons. Well, they're not really secret, but they're still pretty sneaky. So Xiaomi has included something called edge controls. Now right now it's still quite limited, and from what I understand it's still sort of in testing, but for the time being you can tap once on the left side of the device to go back, or while in the camera app you can tap once to ready the shutter and tap once more to take the picture. It's kind of a neat feature, but again it's pretty limited, so I hope Xiaomi can think of other uses for it in the future. The main 13 megapixel camera does a pretty decent job at taking photos. Nothing too spectacular, but nothing to poo-poo at either. But here's the cool part. If you jump into manual mode, you get focus peaking. And for those of you that don't know what it is, it's something that a lot of high-end DSLR cameras, like the one I'm using to record this video with, has. Basically, it casts a color over the objects in the scene that are in focus. So the stronger the color, the more in focus the scene or object is, which makes it infinitely easier to manually focus. Now there's a bunch of other image customization options in the camera settings to really help dial in the look you're going for, but all in all, it truly is an impressive little camera setup for the price. And finally, I wasn't that impressed with its non-removable 3080 mAh battery. I find that it drained rather quickly, and at best only ever lasted me just under 3 hours of screen on time, and I just can't figure out why. So my guess is that it needs a software optimization update, which will hopefully come soon. All that being said, the Mi4C is a pretty decent alternative to the OnePlus X, but it's up to you with which one you prefer. So let me know in the comments which you think is better, but big thanks to GearBest.com for sending me the Mi4C. And if you wanted one for yourself, I'll have a link in the description below for you to GearBest.com where you can pick one up. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. And if you're new to my content, don't forget to subscribe for more real soon. But thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Cheers.